I tested 9 different chiffon cake recipes in one day in search of the best, and here are my thoughts on each. King Arthur's chiffon uses brown sugar and olive oil for a flavor that brings out the olive oil and has a really fine crumb that was foamy, delicate, and moist. It's a sturdy but light cake that would be good for layering. Nicola Lamb is the only butter-based chiffon cake that has a coarser, heavier, richer crumb that feels the closest to a traditional butter cake while still remaining light. This has a great vanilla flavor and would also be good for layering. Serious Eats uses seltzer water and stabilizes the meringue with lemon juice. When baked in a sheet pan, this collapsed a bit and had a fine, foamy crumb similar to King Arthur, but had a much airier texture when baked in a cake pan. I love the pound cake-like flavor. Sugarology uses cake flour, water, and cornstarch for a cake with a short, rich bite that feels almost powdery but is still feather light. It's perfectly sweet, and this was one of my favorites. Sheldo's Kitchen had the lowest ratio of flour and sugar with no chemical leavening and yielded a super delicate and cottony cake. This feels like the quintessential not too sweet, very light sponge for an Asian fruit cake. Food 52 uses cake flour, water, and has a higher ratio of sugar for a cake that nailed my ideal chiffon flavor with a perfect balance of vanilla, egg, and sweetness. It's spongy soft and nicely airy. I Bake Mistakes uses oil and butter specifically for a structure that's light but sturdy enough to stand up to denser fillings. Like Nicola, this had a coarser, richer bite than other chiffon cakes, but still feels lighter than your average butter cake with a sweet and eggy flavor. Preppy Kitchen is similar to Sugarology but omits cornstarch and uses more egg for a springy, soft cake that has a cloud-like fluffiness and sweetness that just melts in your mouth. Another personal favorite. Cooked Till Delicious uses cream cheese to replace some of the eggs and fat for a texture similar to Preppy Kitchen with an unbelievably light, spongy, and cottony bite. It's not too sweet, and this was our crowd favorite. For links to all these recipes and a full breakdown, you can visit my blog.